People continuing to flee the build-up or risky areas there?
Yes, absolutely. We've seen thousands of cars drive from the south of Lebanon towards the capital or towards other more secure areas. Yesterday, we were ourselves caught in that traffic, and I had the opportunity to speak to those fleeing, people telling me that they'd seen missiles falling on their villages. One person telling me that at 6 a.m. yesterday, there were six missiles that fell in the vicinity of his village, 3 inside the village, that they saw the damage, just got into the car and left. And basically it was driving back to Beirut last night. What we saw was people stopping on the side of the road, not really knowing where they were going, disoriented, wondering what to do next. I mean, if a lot of people do have relatives or another house elsewhere in Lebanon, that is not the case for everyone. So very clearly we saw a lot of people stranded with small kids along the roads, trying to get food, trying to get fuel, a lot of broken down cars as well. So very chaotic scenes along the motorway between Saida and Beirut here in the capital. As for the capital itself, well, our own hotel, which was yesterday was completely empty or nearly, is now absolutely full, and that is the case for all hotels across the capital. Now we're hearing reports that schools are being opened to create emergency shelters for people, schools, but also mosques. The hospitals, of course, in the south are in a chaotic situation as well, with thousands of wounded people coming in. The official latest figures are 490 dead, and that is most certainly going to go up, as well as 1,650 wounded people. Official figures from the health ministry here in Lebanon. So what I can tell you is that yes, we have a chaotic situation across the country, with also people who are staying at home but rushing for groceries and fuel. So a lot of people trying to brace for what might come next.
Yeah, it was the deadliest day since the Civil War there, wasn't it, James? How are people reacting to that, and what's been happening?
Well, as I say, when it comes to the chaotic situation, of course, people here are commenting on the fact that this has been a very, very violent day indeed. And indeed, Benjamin Netanyahu did say that this was a war on Hezbollah and not on Lebanon. And this is a message that a lot of people here are starting also to see. Obviously, the objective for the Israelis is to sow division inside the Lebanese society, and indeed push the other political and religious forces in the country to take their distance with Hezbollah. But Hezbollah is still a very, very powerful militia. You've got to realize that according to the latest CIA figures, they have 45,000 members and indeed a massive stockpile of missiles. Now, in the night, Hezbollah has responded to the airstrikes of Israel that started yesterday and went on through the night. They fired, and they said, at least in the communique, they said they fired 6 missiles inside Israel, which the Israelis says were all intercepted. The aim was Ramat David, the airbase near Haifa. Hezbollah, which is using longer distance missiles that can hit inside Israel. I mean, the targets that were aimed at were about 60 kilometers inside the country, but according to experts, they have longer range guided missiles that could bring about a lot more damage. But for now, they are not firing these missiles. Obviously, the whole country is really holding its breath, hoping this might be a blitz attack that might calm things down very rapidly for a lot of the people who are not part of Hezbollah or not supporters. For those in Hezbollah, well, they're hoping for a strong response by the armed movement. But the fact of the matter is, it is so degraded at this stage when it comes to leadership and communications that it does appear difficult facing the military might of Israel to respond right now. It's a very tense situation with the real question: where is this going? Is this going to be long or short? This is what everybody is asking itself here.
James, thanks very much. James Andre talking to us live there from Beirut.